So, some of you guys that are watching us on YouTube, or those guys on the radio YouTube channel, can tell that we're in a different filming session. For those listening to the podcast, I don't think it's changed. The reason why I'm mentioning this, though, is because I think that I'm actually getting a bit better. I think some of this vertigo is thankfully subsiding. I don't know what it was, if it was a family curse or something along those lines, but I think it's out of the bloodline for right now. I don't know. It might be in the future. And as you guys can also tell, there are no pillows behind me on my couch. I don't know why. They've disappeared. Either way, everything's changing, Tristan.
This
but
must
it's
be the
okay.
work of an enemy stand.
This must be the work of an enemy stand. Either way, all that matters is that I've gotten over, not even the story, I've gotten over my vertigo issues due to being very, very hydrated. Seriously, this might seem like some shitty joke and there's going to be a punchline somewhere, but I'm being deathly serious, and I mean deathly serious, when I'm saying that all of you guys out there, kids or not, anyone who's listening, hydrate. You think you're at home and you think everything's fine. You're like, oh, I got AC going. Oh, I'm not actually moving around too much. You know, I'm doing some videos or something. Why do I... Like, I, of course, drink water, right? Not like, I'm not saying, you know, you're going to think never drink water, but you're not going to think, like, to hydrate constantly. It's like, no, you need to. Take care of yourself, damn it. Because you think, oh, I'm not actually running around in the desert somewhere. And it's like, it doesn't matter if you are or not. You still need a lot more water than you think you do. Anyway, speaking of enemy stands, or no, speaking of deserts, that's part 3. Speaking of enemy stands, we are actually talking about, this is going to be breaking news on our YouTube title video, despite the fact that it'll probably be a few days late regardless. Either way, we're talking about Part 5, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, Golden Wind is the name that they're going with. We talked about this last episode, I believe, actually, but here's some new information. We got new info now. So not only did they mention, which I'm pretty sure this is brand new, or at least you were saying that it is, that it's actually premiering on October 5th. We knew it was in October, but I think you mentioned to me that we didn't know it was on the 5th. If that is true, then that's also brand new. But we also have we have an interesting teaser trailer. A lot of teasers. And I know there's always been teasers, but I feel like consistently, just on this podcast, we're just talking about things that are teasing. Like all these videos, like Doctor Who, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, One Punch Man, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Everything is just teasing. Everything. It feels like we're talking about more teasers than we are trailers. But either way, also we got a new visual as well, which is in the article linked down in the description box below. It's a nice looking visual. I'll say this much. So I know nothing about Part 5, other than the main character in Part 5, Giorno Giovanna. He's very into himself. Like, this is when Araki kind of sat back and was like, oh, right, fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he didn't incorporate fashion into other parts, but, like, in this one, he's really into fashion. Clearly. And it's kind of funny how into fashion he is. Like, not, like, both Araki and this main character, like, just how invested in himself he looks, and how his stand is just, like, right there with you, bro. Just from the teaser.
Yeah.
Looking at the teaser, it looks like he and his stand have just, like, been bros since, like, they were, like, kids. I have no idea, but it's just, they look like they're... Do you know anything about Part 5 at all, Tristan? Do you have anything to hype up, to tease some fans who are like me, who are not caught up with the manga? Joe, I know you're not caught up with the manga, but I know that you might know some things.
Yeah.
Or do you not know anything?
Well, I know bits and pieces.
All right, so without spoilering, let's tease us in ways that this trailer did not, or at least explain to me what the hell's going on in this teaser.
I mean, like, it also says in the description, too, so it's not spoiling anything, but they're trying to become heads of the mafia.
Oh, okay, so then this... And where does this take place?
Italy.
Okay, so this is in Italy. Okay, because, you know, I never know with manga or anime if it's like, does this take place in Italy, or are they just using Italian names because? Okay, so it actually takes place in Italy. Every one of these people can use stands? There's like 6 people here.
Not sure, but I believe so.
Okay. And yeah, and of course at this point, stands are like the big thing. Like, they're not even the hot new thing. They're just the status quo.
Yeah.
Like, wait, you don't have a stand, bro? Yeah. It's like, no, I used the ripple. Pfft, weirdo.
Oh.
Get your grandpa ripples out of here. Stand time now. And is this so you mentioned part 4 they use a lot of we talked about this off podcast, they use a lot of rock band names, mostly, like, even though they did in the past, they really start to use them in part 4, right? Yeah. What about part 5? What do we do, like,
that's a
part 5 as well?
Trend.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's okay, so that trend continues. No one classical, not they just strictly rock and rap, or
yeah, I think it was mostly like popular rock. And,
okay.
Yeah, 80s, 90s, stuff like that.
Yeah. Which part was it? Part 4 they got "Walk Like an Egyptian" as the ending song?
No, that's part 3.
Oh, that's part 3. Okay.
Part 4 had "Savage Garden."
Okay. I feel like I should know, and I probably do know.
You probably do.
Okay. I just have no idea off the top of my head. Anyway. Yeah, so apparently, and this is, like you said, Tristan, this is all in the article, so we can read this without it, really spoiling, like, the actual show itself, just kind of little tease here. The story begins when, oh, wow. Someone asks Koichi, I feel like it's a spoiler to me, someone asks Koichi to travel to Naples to investigate a person known as Haruno Shiobana, whose real name is later revealed as Giorno Giovanna. And of course, if anyone doesn't know, I think the pronunciation is actually supposed to be different in actual, like, Italian pronunciation, but for the sake, I believe I've heard that, but for the sake of this being JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it's JoJo.
JoJo's Bizarre English Translation.
Yes, well, yeah, I mean, that's, Araki chose it, but I'm pretty sure I've heard some people say who are Italian, like, hey, it wouldn't technically be Joe.
Yeah.
Like, that wouldn't be the actual, although it's weird, because I've heard some people, like, I know my grandpa, my stepmom's side, was named Jerry with a G.
Huh.
So, I don't know. I hear conflicting things. Either way, all that matters is Araki is going with this as JoJo, as in, JoJo. So even though it's like, but this 2 G's, not 2 J's. It's like, yeah, but still JoJo.
Yeah, because I think there's actually more to that, but I don't want to say anything.
No, of course
there's
not.
A reason.
And the story then follows Giorno and his goal to rise to the top of the Passion Mafia group and turn it into a band of honorable thieves. Alright, so in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure universe, this means that Giorno gets to turn them into a merry band of men. In the real world, he would have been Tommy gunned down, like, completely. Like,
I mean, technically that can still happen in JoJo's world too. I mean, shit.
I don't know if he would. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, could you also do me a solid, Tristan? Are you able to look up the voice actor for Giovanni, Kensho Ono? Can you look him up on Wiki and see what else he's done? Because I'm interested. Because I didn't tell. Like, he didn't seem familiar to me. Like, just off the top of my head looking at his name. But as you're looking him up, I want to mention that we have Yasuhiro Kimura, who directed 3 Leaves and 3 Colors, and Hideo Takahashi, who directed Keijo and Anonymous Noise. They will direct the anime at David Production, with Naokatsu Suda as chief director. And then we also have, we have Kobayashi returning. Kobayashi, not just someone who writes a lot of anime, also writes tokusatsu as well. So I know Kobayashi mostly from her tokusatsu work. And I believe Kobayashi might have been... No, I don't think Kobayashi was on Madoka. But anyway, the point is that Kobayashi is returning to handle the series' composition, with most of the staff also returning from previous JoJo Bizarre Adventure anime. So it's kind of funny. It feels like it's... As they've done more JoJo, it feels like it's a JoJo reunion each season. Because we have Takehito Kishida, who's drew character designs. I don't know what Kishida did on these shows for Serial Experiments, Lane, Bakano, and Haikyuu, but is drawing character designs here. We also have Shunichi Ishimoto, who is the animation director. And then who else we have here? Ooh, credited for stand design and action animation director is Takahito Katayama. Anyway, so did you find the voice actor?
Yeah. Yeah, he's been in a few things. Not sure if you've seen. He's main character from Arc 5 for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
It's also in Kuroko no Basket.
Okay. So no DBZ, no One Piece, no Bleach, no. Not saying you know it's a problem if you're not in those. I'm just curious. Because those are those are the first ones that I see. I'm like, you were so and so in DBZ. Anything Tokusatsu related?
Yuri on Ice.
Oh, Yuri on Ice. Well, damn. Well, then he'll fit here. He'll fit here very well. Yeah. So, by the way, question. So we were talking about this, you and I. Even though yes, you haven't read Part 5, you have a feeling that this one might be about what? Let me see. Maybe like 25 episodes. You were saying maybe a little bit more, perhaps. Because we were actually curious. Yeah.
Maybe in that range.
Okay, because we were curious about how long this one might be. Because we're sitting back, we're like, it's funny. I think as JoJo fans, we're just never satiated. We're like, oh yeah, Part 5 is coming out. We're just like, but how long is it going to be? What about Part 6? Part 8's running right now, and it's like, we really need to calm down.
Because the manga for it it's 17 volumes.
Oh wow.
Let's see.
That sounds like a lot. But then again, Araki, at least from his earlier stuff, from earlier JoJo, was very much like, it was shonen, like 20 pages, really was quick. What?
Because Diamond is Unbreakable was 18 volumes.
Oh, so then it might be, depending on how they do it, it might be a year. That was a year long, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. But yeah, so, his stand is called Gold Experience. Yep. Is that a reference to something that I should know? My head, I'm like, is that a band that I should know? Is that something really cool?
I can't remember now. I've seen like lists of like each of the corresponding bands and stuff, but
okay. But yeah, so anything Tokusatsu related for Ono or no?
Not that I saw, no.
Okay. I will look up some of the other guys as well. But tell me what this, like you've mentioned how hyped you are. Does this hype you up any more for Part 5, or are you still where you were previous?
No, I am. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
I know it's coming out. Like I'm glad it's early October. Actually.
Oh yeah. It's relatively soon.
Yeah, I might not actually be here for the premiere. Shit.
That's fine. Then you can marathon it then.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, I
come back to get more JoJo
for Part 4 too. So.
Exactly. Let's see. Yuichi Nakamura, who's actually voicing over the secondary character. I cannot remember his name because he's actually voicing over Bruno Bucciarati. He's voicing over him in Golden Wind, and he also has been the voice of, let's see here, Gray Fullbuster in Fairy Tail. He's been in a bunch of other anime. I want to see if anything that I can go, Tristan! Tristan! He's been in Tristan! Let's see right over here. But when I said, like, does this hype you up anymore, my point is, are you still thinking, like, yay, it's, like, obviously it's not going to de-hype you, but did it get you more hyped? Or are you just sitting there like, yeah, okay, I know it's coming out. I was happy to hear that it was coming out, but it's not like this, because it's like the Doctor Who thing with the Doctor Who teaser, right? Where when we saw that teaser, it didn't hype me. It was just, oh yeah, I'm still hyped, but it didn't like hype me any further. You didn't go further beyond.
I guess.
Okay. He was Tessera Lindo Cruz. In Bleach. I wish I knew who that was. No, because this is from 2004 Bleach, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't know. Huh. He was in Aria the Natural as postal worker.
Well, we
talked about Aria the Natural before. Oh, he's Agent Sugar in Black Lagoon. I don't know who that is, but he's Agent Sugar. Well, also because you saw the dub as well.
Yeah.
He's Agent Sugar. He's Meir, and he's Petrovsky, Hanada, Morietti, and Vasilinov. Interesting. Okay.
Right. Okay. I think I know some of them.
Okay.
He's more minor characters. Yeah.
Yes. Good enough to be a bunch of them though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and I want to see if he was in a Toku. That's always my go-to. It's like, are you in a Toku? Have you been in a Toku? Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
He was Beat J Stag in Go Busters. Oh shit. I'll show you his voice. You can kind of get like after the podcast, so you can kind of get a feel for who he is. Wow. Oh shit. That actually matters to me. He was a major character. Oh, he's Ultraman X. I have not seen Ultraman X. He is Ultraman X. Holy shit. I haven't seen that one. Anyway, my point though is Tristan, he has a very deep voice. So he's definitely going to bring that, looking at this character's very broad shoulders. I'm like, I can see him bringing a very deep voice to this character. Anyway, we can't go through all these. We don't have that kind of time. But again, in the description box below, personally, I also feel not de-hyped, just the same amount. Like, oh, that's cool. Like, it didn't make me go nuts, I think. I don't know why, it just didn't for some reason. But if it did for you, though, tell us in the description box below. I'm in the description box. Tell us in the comments down below. We'd love to hear it.